Okay, so here's to myself. I did not wait for PoE 2 to come out. I just immediately started playing PoE. I also gave myself a harder challenge after hearing how so many people would say you should follow a build guide or a guide path when you first start playing PoE as a beginner player. I said I'm not going to be doing that, and I'm going to go in on my own terms. And I wasn't going to follow a build guide. I wasn't gonna follow the build by path or whatever. I was going in blind and I was gonna build my own character. I decided to do all of this on the new league, which I have to say good, which is pretty nice. This is the really like I don't I need myself to understand like this was just unnecessary to do, but I did it. So banger, but like let's just understand like what happened. Finally being able to like after finally getting into the game and seeing the character I can pick, before I even saw the characters I already knew I wanted to somehow get into a minion build, and so it was really just reading the characters and which one would do it. And I saw that one that said witch and said, come on, who else is summoning zombies or whatever out of the ground, right? You're definitely going to be the necro chick. Can I tell myself that starting off with a minion class day one on learning this game is a good idea for day one and not knowing anything about whatever's happening? Finally getting into the game and looking at the tutorial, seeing what's going on, what's going down, like, all right, I'm actually doing this for playing PoE. It's gonna be real hard of what the crowd has told people. Let me go give it a try. I think what was really refreshing was the fact that if I wasn't paying attention, I can die. And the reason why I say that is because like it's the tutorial, it's like the start of the game, and for the most part, what game is really like going, hey, you can die at the tutorial. Like that was a bit like, whoa. Oh, I gotta be paying attention right now. Okay, I didn't think so. You proved me wrong. So that's pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Pretty interesting. I was like, hey, I can now summon zombies, and found another skill called Raging Spirits, and I was going crazy because little Raging Spirit guys were just like homing little motherfuckers and burning and following people, and I was like really enjoying it. This thing went crazy. I was like, bro, these minions are going goofy mode. Holy. Later down the line, don't even know how at the time. I don't know where I got it or where from I got it, but I somehow got my hands on Walla Skeletons. At the time, not knowing that's like a really good skill and it's like a met for minion builds, pretty sure, or whatever. I was like, yo, nice. I got something else that can summon skeletons, summon more things around me. Let's get it. It was more of like figuring out how to use it at the start because I was like, what the fuck? Why is it grayed out? And then I was killing shit and I saw that it was like clocking down at first. Yeah, thinking it was a clock. I was like, is it ticking? I have to wait for it. I have to wait like on a timer to click it. And then that wasn't true either. It was something to do with souls. I just had to kill a couple of things and then I could use it. And I was like, oh shit, I could spawn a whole bunch of motherfuckers under me. I just gotta kill a whole bunch of motherfuckers to spawn a whole bunch of motherfuckers. Okay, I got it. That was pretty cool. I loved it. While during the campaign, at some point in time, you have to help like 3 bandits. I was like, oh, okay, so I have to choose to either help or put one of these bandits down to continue on with the story. I wasn't gonna sit here and figure out which effect I cared about. So I went and had said, because this guy was right in front of me already, Oak, I just said, we'll base the other two's lives off this guy. You see, this guy's giving me plus HP and I didn't remember what the other ones were going to give me at the time, so I just said heads or tails, and heads is going to be we're helping you, bro, nice, and then tails is going to be you're dying and I was going to go do someone else. So I flipped the coin to see what was going to happen because I wasn't going to think rationally. I didn't feel like doing that. I had enough of my plate on all as it is already, and he got lucky. He got real lucky and they landed on tails and he gets to live. Congratulations, Oak. No blood spilled today. The other ones got clapped indeed. I needed to show myself this because it was one of the main issues I ran into while doing a minion build, and it was the fact that I figured out I couldn't summon zombies in this boss. And I was like, wait, if they're not gonna spawn any ads, how do I get my zombies out here and use my Vol skeletons? It was an issue. All I had was a raging spirits, but this chick was like zooming around the map 24/7, and I had to stay moving. And using raging spirits didn't allow me to move, so I found out pretty quickly on this boss, this skill fucking sucks. Right, like it's trash. I wanted nothing to do with it anymore. I was questioning why it was even in the game. It was dookie dog cheeks, and I wasn't getting upset, but I was getting upset because it was like, this is dumb. So I gotta run around shooting little fireballs at her or something, and even like the little ash she does spawn, I get like a zombie in, but that's about it. I won. It was so AIDS, and I was trying everything, you know. I still won, but like, oh my god, pain. I was looking at my skills again on saying like, what else do I have down here? Could I like switch some things around to make this feel more comfortable to play on? And that's when I found out I had another picture of some skeletons, and I was like, what's with these skeletons? Thinking it's the same skill. Why do I have 2 skills of all skeletons? I don't have 2 skills of all skeletons. I have 1 skill to summon a pack of motherfuckers, and then I have another skill to summon a couple of them, and then they go away. I didn't know that, and I was like, oh my god, I've been summoning fucking little skellywags to do my bidding, and I didn't know. I was using ball skeletons for so much of the campaign. To this point, I was slightly irritated, and I was like, do they do this for everything? Like, they don't tell me anything. When was I supposed to know this? But at the same time, I guess I just didn't read. I don't know. It looked the same. They have the same art. What was the difference? There's really no difference. There isn't a damn difference, but we move. This is for, look what I did here, right? I needed to show myself this too, because I was like, hey, for not knowing what's really going on, look how like fast I bopped this boss. Like, my minions did some work on this boss. And the other thing is, I still don't know how. I don't know how I was managing it. I don't even know what it is. But you can see that there's some like effect spawning over there in the corner, right? That like fire effect. I don't know how that was triggering, and I don't know how to get it to trigger again. So farther in the campaign, I ran into Nico, and I actually thought Nico was an enemy at first because he just appeared out of thin air. And I do a lot of damage in this point in time, but I am also squishy a little bit. So I was like, oh shit, who are you? We got the jump on you, get him. But you know, it was an NPC. And also it looks like he does some like mine tower thing where you got to follow some minecart around, is basically what I understood about it. And you go down in depth and stuff gets harder but better loot. I was like, okay. And so I gave it a try, and I instantly got clapped down there, and I was just like, you know, that's just how it is. And I left completely. I did it one time and I dipped. I wasn't even about to do it. I wasn't even messing with it. I said, nah, I died that quickly. I shouldn't be here. And I packed up my bags and left. So my idea for this build was like, I'm going to summon a whole bunch of minions, and my minions are going to do fire damage. That's why I have like a fire golem, and I got the hella ash still. I don't even know what that Jesus Cross is doing. I don't even know what that does. But for the most part, you know, I have a lot of like stuff on that allows more fire damage to be put out on my gear, even in like on my wand still. And I also went into like the fire area, right, without even realizing. And this is when I decided to check on my resistances for the first time. At level 41, I was like, what are my resistances actually? I haven't looked at that for a while. I'm not kidding. I never checked it until I got here, realizing what I was doing and what area I just walked into. I was like, oh, they aren't that bad resistances at the time, kinda, but you know, it's whatever. What could go wrong? What could go wrong in this area? I should still be able to murder everything pretty fast and move on with my life, right? You could just, you know, you can kind of say that happened, right? I got to the boss on the area of this boss, right? This lava boss guy, this beastly fireman, and I I don't know what was going on in my mind, but I need myself to think on just the pain. I hated everything that was happening in here. There was so much going on, it was crazy. He was spawning stuff, fire was coming everywhere, I was summoning meteors, and then I died. Here's the issue. I died a lot. Now, I'm gonna do a bigger time escape because everything else in the campaign, it was just boss fights and getting new skills and reading shit and putting points into my build. Stuff keeps increasing. When the skills level up, I was noticing I was able to spawn more zombies and more skeletons, and more skeletons would be spawning. And because stuff is dying a lot more because I'm killing everything, I can continue spawning more of them, or they're just not dying because they have a lot of HP. I'm like, what is going on? My screen is constantly battered with bullshit. And I was dying to stupid shit because I couldn't see the stupid shit. I would hear smacking and I would look and I would just be dying. And I'm like, what's on me? I don't see what's attacking me, but everything's swinging. So that's why I kept Hell of Ash, because it was just a big fat ass meteor and I could just summon on me and it would do a big ass arena splash. That was the whole goal on that counter, because I couldn't see shit. What made it worse, on getting to the end of the fucking some point at Act 6 is when I figured out their stuff could be linking and linking support gems to do this and that. I was like, okay, either way, this area made me mad. There's so much stuff on screen, it was annoying as hell. And then it got darker. I was already losing my mind sometimes on just dying to random shit because I didn't even see it. I didn't even know that wasn't my guy. Oh, I thought that was my minion, but it wasn't my minion. Or I didn't even see that guy because the other 4,000 million fucking minions was on screen and I couldn't see this guy, and it bit me. It's annoying. And then near the end of the game, or the campaign here, the map just gets darker and I can't see more, and I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm going, why would you remove light from, why would you take that away from me? I was getting annoyed as hell. I can't see shit. And then even during the fucking boss battle, shit was in the way and it was still dark. And I was like, for what reason? What purpose is this? This is why it's hard. It's not hard because I don't know how to fucking, the skill tree's too big. You don't know what items to buy. There's so much shit you gotta learn on what's useful, not useful. No, it's fucking dark. Why is it this damn dark? Replaying this game and even recording, I am in the dark. The only thing that lights up in the room is my fucking monitors. The dark shouldn't be this dark. It just shouldn't be dark this damn dark. This build is pissing me off only because I couldn't see shit. And I was catching an attitude for it. I need to be able to see. I couldn't see. Whatever. We killed the last boss. Nice. That's the campaign. Campaign done. Campaign done. I completed PoE campaign. So to tell myself, in 56 hours, I completed a PoE campaign. In that amount of time, I had a great time. Just learning my own build, trying to make my own build was extremely fun. Now, I still have a lot of questions. There's so much shit I don't even know. I haven't dealt with anything on the cards. What's up with the maps? How do they actually work? What's going on with them? There's a rogue area you can do. There's a rogue marker. There's expedition. There's delving. There's this. There's that. There's so much stuff going on. I don't even know the whole point of corrupted items. There's so many questions. So many questions I want answers to. I wanted to do the end game, but I wanted to do the end game comfortably. I didn't want to be worrying about what's not working, what's working, and stuff not working because I don't understand why it's not working. So after those 56 hours, I got a new burst of energy, and I probably dumped 30 hours onto a new character I tried to build once again, which was Scion. I'm going to be just making a whole just separate memory page for myself for Scion because I got it at level 52, but it was pain getting this character to level 52. There's a build that I think I can make with this character. Oh, but it was blowing up my mind of not knowing anything else in the game. This is the current build, the Essence Drain build that you're playing on. We are trying to get this character to level 100. You have actually gotten this XP bar halfway to about like here, and then died too many times doing maps, and then killed it again. All right, it says level 73, 0%. At one point in time, it said 10%, 15%, and then it went back to 0% because we have no resistances. Those numbers used to be a lot worse, only because we finally was able to put this hat on. But at one point in time, you had fire and cold resistance at -30. Oh my god, I'm struggling. But it's fun. It's fun indeed. We're having a great time. Update myself later in time with the next progress on what's happening with the Karens. Until next time, brother. I'll see you.